Welcome to Charts Today. My name's David Linton, and today's edition for Thursday, the 8th of October, comes to you from London. And we see a mix in markets again. Optimism's returning on the back of potential stimulus in the US. We had a bit of a scare there with Trump saying there wouldn't be more. He stepped away from stimulus, and now we're seeing hopes that stimulus is going to happen. So the markets love that, of course. We see here the long-term picture for the dollar. Medium term and short term, weekly, daily, and 60 minutes. So this is my long term, medium term, and short term view. And we see the dollar is actually bouncing off a bottom over the last several weeks. Here it shows up in the daily chart. But on the 60-minute chart, we're still really a bit sideways and a little bit lower. But the dollar is looking like it's undergoing a long-term recovery. The euro dollar is therefore had fallen away. And what was resistance is now potentially becoming what was support is now potentially becoming resistance. So that's a potential thing to watch. Sterling is sitting at 129.20, so it's just struggling to get back above that 130 level. Tried a couple of days ago and failed, but on the whole, sterling has been looking better against that weaker dollar, but against the euro, we have been trending down and continuing to just have downward pressure against the euro. We're sitting at 109.83. We were above 110 momentarily this morning, but we couldn't hold it. Bitcoin sitting at $10,600. Not much change there. Is just short-term bearish, finding some support on the cloud on the medium-term chart. The S&P 500 index was up 1.7% yesterday, so that's the recovery returning. We do still have the downside targets hanging over us. The same with the Nasdaq. We've got a downside target that's activated, 20%, 22% low. We've got an upside target that isn't yet activated. So a move above that would start to give us hope that we will make new highs. If we make new highs, we lose the downside targets. The Dow was at 1.9%, and the futures are up today. So it looks like the recovery will continue, and that's meant that the VIX volatility is down by 5%. So the fear index, if you like, is falling back below that sort of mid-20s level. The FTSE future is up 0.5% in the UK, and the DAX cash market is up 6.6%, and the CAC Quarante is up 0.5%. So we are seeing European markets relatively strong. We're seeing that Japan was up 0.5% as well. Hong Kong and China were both down 20%. The Hang Seng actually looking better short term recently, but the Chinese market is just gradually trending lower here, and we're seeing that showing up in the 60-minute chart. The Sensex in India is up 0.75%, and the Aussie market was up 1%, so we're looking stronger there as well. Gold is sitting at 18.92, up 1/3%, but not enough to take the short-term chart bullish. We do have a new upside target here to 1922 that would be activated if we can get above this previous high that we saw yesterday. Silver sitting at $24, also looking a bit better there. US 10-year yields have held on to that 0.75% level and are still holding that 3-4 month high. So yield price is looking strong. Looking like we saw the bottom back in August. Taking a look at the energy mix, we've got Brent crude this morning nudging that higher level. Still has work to do, of course, to get to the new highs, and that will be what we're watching for. We do have these downside targets still hanging over us, and that will hang over us until we make the new highs. But we are seeing a recovery here. Interesting, on the 60-minute chart, we've got a target to 51 if we can break above that high. So this level that we saw in this recovery, this level here at around 42.80 is really critical. We need to break $43 to be confident that we're going higher. WTI, much the same picture, of course. US nat gas is down 2%, so that's just struggling. It is holding the short-term bullish trend, but we do have some downside targets on the 1 minute chart. Coal sitting 0.2% higher, is looking like it is just breaking down a little bit, and we do have this downside target hanging over us. And emissions have really pulled back 0.2%, having broken the pattern which we talked about on LinkedIn. It is now pulling back into the pattern. So for the moment, we are seeing this break, the pullback. So we just need to watch that. We've got downside targets to 26. That is the support level. We need to hold 26 on emissions now. We've got targets in either direction, just highlighting that fact. We've got MBP up 0.25% this morning. That's pushing higher. That chart looking ever stronger. TTF front month is up 0.36%, also pushing higher. The recovery in gas prices really well and truly underway, and winter gas is up 1.25%. German power is up, is down 0.25%, just holding the trend here. This is going to be the line to watch. We are just messing with this trend and also the cloud level, but for the moment we have got upside targets. Got really strong resistance there on the chart at this level here. We're seeing that is the level 41.65. It's really been strong resistance short term. Looking at French power, we are looking more bearish below the cloud here and breaking that trend. So we have been more bearish on French power. This is the weakling of Europe. Dutch power is up 0.7%, and we're seeing Nordic power up 1% on the CAL and on the quarterly contract as well. Czech power, not much change here. Of course, we'd suffer without the liquidity. And looking at seasonal power in the UK, we're slightly down this morning, but holding the gains there. The main thing, of course, is to watch this Brent crude chart. That's going to be the key. Can we break that 42.80 level and hold it? That's it for today. Until tomorrow, happy charting. See you then.